Barrows gloves are a staple of any good RuneScape account. It's the first big goal any noob should be working towards when they first start playing. Up until a few years ago, Barrows gloves were the best in-slot gloves for every combat style, and to this day, they remain the second best for everything. But with 175 quest point requirement and 37 prerequisite quests, getting Barrows gloves to some people can take months. But what if it didn't? 5 years ago, a man by the name of Research completed Barrows gloves on a new account in 22 hours and 27 minutes. He's since privated the video, but after seeing the run, I tried myself to beat it and got an abysmal time of 28 hours and 34 minutes. Not even close. Well, today that changes. 22 hours and 27 minutes will be beaten, and I will hold the world record for the fastest ever Barrows gloves on a fresh level 3.
We pop out until
So I am a very, very lucky boy in that Research made a document which has now been updated by a guy named Sinai by the looks of things, basically showing people how to run through Barrows gloves. Every single option you need to click, every single item you need. And it goes through every single quest. If we go all the way down to the bottom here, everything you could possibly need is in this. It tells you all the items you need and stuff like that. Now, if you follow this to a T, you will get Barrows gloves. However, I can do a little bit better. There are some things in this document that are slightly outdated. There are some things that I know I can do faster by going in a different order. But in order to get familiar with this, we're going to do a quick run through first. Just a slow one, just to get used to everything. Now, since this is the first run, I'm not going to be trying too hard, but what I've always wanted to do was do a full Barrows gloves walkthrough for YouTube, which is exactly what I've done for this one. You guys might have already seen this. It's been up on my channel for about a month now. I basically just read that document out and said it out loud for people to follow along. If you watch this video, you will get Barrows gloves by the end of it, kind of thing. Now, because it wasn't really me trying that hard, we ended up with a 26 hour and 25 minute playtime. So we are still 4 hours off that record. However, I'm feeling really confident that we can beat this time now. Okay, second attempt. It's time to get serious about this. Instead of buying every single item as I go, going to the Grand Exchange every time I need to buy a new item, I'm gonna buy every single item beforehand, leave them in the bank on an alt account, and then trade them over immediately as the account starts, so that way I can just go straight to any bank instead of having to go with the Grand Exchange. Now, even though I haven't made any adjustments to the guide currently, even though I could make a few adjustments, I'm just running through this as fast as I can just to see how close I can possibly get to this record before I change anything. But I am feeling pretty confident that I should be able to beat the record on this second attempt. No way! For those that have never done this quest before, you got a reasonable chance of burning the stuffed snake at the end, so it makes sense to get more than one. Normally I go for 3. This time I decided I was going to be a little bit faster and just go for 2, because what are the chances? I've never burnt 2 before. Well, there it is! Barrows gloves! Done! In one sitting! 23 hours and 34 minutes straight. Recipe for disaster completed. Now, just in case you missed me shouting it out then, yes, I did do that entire Barrows gloves run in one sitting during my subathon on Twitch. Hour and 20 off the record with no breaks, which means I'm pretty confident if I was to do this and actually take my time and focus, I mean, we're only an hour 20 off. We can definitely make that time up. Okay, so our last attempt was an hour and 20 minutes away from the record, which means I'm very close. But it's time to get serious now. Let's make a new account. This one's Drake Upton. And this is simply going to be a practice run. I'm not going for the record in this one. I'm not trying to go fast. I am simply trying to set up for my next run, which will be the record run. All right, we are on the mainland, and of course, as usual, it's just going to start off like every other run. We're going to get bonded up and get a whole bunch of items from an alt account. Okay, we have all of the items we need. That took about 10 minutes. When I do it in the actual run, I'm going to have 10 accounts ready there to trade everything over at one time. So it'll be done in less than a minute. That's a great time save there. But here is how we're going to save the majority of time on this world record run. Every single time I go to the bank, I have to get a bunch of items out. Now, the amount of time I spend in the bank trying to get these items out is absolutely insane. So what I'm going to do is every single time I go to the bank from now on, I'm going to set up a bank tag. So now that I have all these items in my inventory, the rune pasha, 20 balls of wool, all of the runes that I need, and the bolts, we can set up a bank tag. Now we're going to call this 1 because this is our first inventory that we need to use. We're going to click on it and I'm going to go ahead and preview auto layout just like this. Now, once I have this auto layout set up, this means I can go to the bank with absolutely nothing in my inventory and just automatically get out all of the items that I need. And that is going to save so much time over the course of our run. It is insane. Now, the hard part is going to be going through and doing this to every single one that I need to do because there are hundreds of inventories that I need to set up. But to get the world record, we're going to get it done. I'm also going to be taking this run through to correct any mistakes in the guide. There's a part here where you're supposed to talk to Juliet first, but you need to speak to Romeo before you can do that. So I'm going to be mixing those around, and then starting below Ice Mountain, we can't do that until we have 16 quest points, which we're already supposed to have started. You know, just things that we need to go back on and finding the perfect route to get to those. Bro, that is so annoying. That's obviously the best fucking thing that could possibly happen in a run. Of course it happens on the run right before I go for the world record. That saves like a minute and a half. That is crazy. In the guide, this girl's name is Elisa, when her name's actually Alyssa. I don't know how we're going to get past this. So I just got off the phone with Hootie Tootie and he has single-handedly saved this run. See how this bank tag is named 11, right? This is the first one. This was originally named 1. What I didn't realize, let's say we rename this to 2. It then pulls all of the items from 20 as well. So I had in the first 10 a whole bunch of duplicate items that I didn't need for the quest that just come out of absolutely nowhere. So I had to start on 11. Single-handedly saved this run. Shout out Hootie Tootie. Oh, dude, it's going to be so rough if in the world record run I get a Sergeant Damien, because you can't say no. You have to do it. So I'm up to the fairy tale part 1 part, and one of the items is a Valencia Moss, which means I need to complete Jungle Potion. The amount of time you save by completing Jungle Potion after you get fairy rings is absolutely fucking mental. Now, luckily, this is just a setup run, but if I do get this in the world record run, at this point, I am 50 quests in, 96 quest points. It would just be a straight up reset. So fingers crossed, I get the bad luck out the way in the setup run. So by the time the world record run comes around, we're Gucci. Dude, I just got this liar in 6 kills. It's a 1 in 17. Every time I've done this so far, I've been lucky, and I just know when it comes down to the world record run, I'm going to get so unlucky on it. I just know. Now, throughout this run, there are 4 main skilling grinds that take up your time. You need to get 48 fishing. There's no way around it. You have to get 48 mining. There's no way around it. You have to get 48 agility. Once again, no way around it. And you have to get 53 thieving. These skill grinds take up so much of the time in this run, probably about 3 or more hours altogether throughout the entire run. So I needed to jump in the lab and try and figure out some ways to speed them up. First is fishing. I know at the higher levels you can 2-tick tuna and swordfish, and that is the best fishing XP per hour you can get in this game. So I did a little testing, but unfortunately at the lower levels, 2-tick tuna is not as fast as 3-ticking salmon and trout. That's when I had the genius idea. What about I try and 2-tick salmon and trout? Now, this is regularly not possible because there are no multi-combat zones near a salmon and trout spawn that have monsters near them. But if we go into a PvP world, I can get 2 of my accounts to attack me at the same time and try it out. Unfortunately, that did not work. And that's when I came up with another genius idea.
Right. Why the fuck have you called me down to Barbarian Village at 3 a.m?
Okay, this is going to sound ridiculous, but I need you to help me drag and spear this goblin across the bridge and up to the barbarian fishing spot up there, so that I can try and 2-tick salmon and trout.
There's no shot you've called me up to come and spear some goblins for you to fish.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Just help me, all right? Fuck. And after getting Dino and Hootie out of bed at God knows what hour of the morning and spending an hour or two spearing a goblin across the Barbarian Village bridge, we found out not only do goblins attack at a 6-tick rate instead of a 4-tick, but you can't 2-tick salmon. 0 time save on the fishing.
Don't ever talk to me again.
My next idea for a time save came for thieving. The best way to get thieving experience at our level is by blackjacking the bearded Polynesian bandits. However, at our level, we fail knocking them out a lot. That's when I came up with the idea. At 99 thieving, you don't fail knocking them out ever. So what if I was to knock them out on an account that had 99 thieving and then thieve them while they're knocked out on the account with the low level? And guess what? It works. However, even after my rigorous testing and figuring out this new method, it doesn't work well enough. If someone else knocks out the bandit, you have the same chance of failing pickpocketing them as you normally would if they weren't knocked out. It just doesn't stun you. However, if you knock them out yourself, you get those 2 pickpockets in no matter what, which results in a higher XP per hour. So once again, no time saved. Unfortunately, once again, with mining, there's no way to save any time with that. I just have to get really good at 3-ticking. But agility, this is where a big time save can come in. Next bit of tech that we're going to be incorporating into our actual run. I'm not going to finish it here, but as you can see, I'm 10 points away from the easy tasks, and I have 3.9k agility XP to go until the next level, and I need 48 agility for a quest. Now, this 3.9k would take God knows how long, half an hour maybe. I don't know what it's like at this level, but I can just log out and have people do raids for me and get these points, or do the raids myself. And that's going to get me 5k XP. On top of that, as you can see, I'm 3.9k away and we get 5k from this, which means I can use a 1k XP lamp on mining to save a little bit of time earlier in the run as well. Okay, there is Barrows gloves achieved for the 4th time in this practice. And if we go into the bank here, we can see 95 separate bank tags for every single quest inventory we need throughout this entire run, which means only one thing. I am 1,000,000% ready to finish this speed run and get the world record. I learned my lesson from the last run. I've got all of my accounts logged in with an inventory each so I can trade them over immediately. I don't have to sort through the bank as I'm going. This is going to save me probably a good 5 minutes at the start of this run. At the start of this run, I'm going to be using bolts to enchant to get magic XP, but as soon as I get high enough to be able to low elk, I don't need to enchant bolts anymore because this run is so long. I can just elk and get to 59 mage, which is basically the best I can do. The next step up would be to get to 75 mage for fire wave, but we're not going to be able to get there in that time unless we enchant bolts the whole way, and it's not super necessary. And this way I'm going to save myself like 100 mil. And what am I going to be doing with all of those savings? Org bones at the wilderness altar. This is going to get us to our 43 prayer very quickly. These are the best bones we can use at our level. The only way we'd be able to do better is superior dragon bones at 70. So we're not going to 70. Org bones all the way. I get all the way up to recruitment drive before I make my first mistake in this run. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm so dumb. I just wasted like fucking 3 minutes, man. Oh, why is this quest so hard? I literally have a fucking thing on the screen telling me what to click. In Icthoran's little helper, there is a jump at the end that you have to go over several times throughout the quest, and it has a very high fail rate. Every time you fail this, it costs you about a minute of time to run back. So to get some good RNG, we're going to be saving a lot of time in this run. Oh, this could be some bad RNG here. But there is one point where you want to fail. On the way back out, if you fail, it's going to save you like a minute on the way back out. For some reason, I just never fail this one though. Yes, that is really fucking good RNG. That's the time that you want to fail. Which is right next to the fucking door. Fuck. Bruv. In the A Tale of Two Cats quest, you have to plant 4 potato seeds out the back of this guy's house. But at the start, I only traded over the items that I would need for this run. Oh my fucking God, I just elked a potato seed. The potato seed. I so badly want to see if you can alch this monkey. I'm just going to have to do it another time. Another big RNG spot is finding the ancient talisman in the dig site quest. According to the wiki, it is a 1 in 20 drop. And I promise you, I've had times during runs where I've been sat here for 45 minutes. We need to get lucky on this. Now's the make or break. There we go. That's actually not too bad at all. So we get lucky on this one as well. Nice. Oh my God, we're actually getting super lucky here. I definitely could have saved another entire minute here by getting my alt account to start the fishing trawler before I stood on it. But I mean, I guess there's a minute we're never getting back. During this run, I do a lot of what is called multi-questing. I complete multiple quests at the same time. 5 hours ago, I completed Sheep Herder, but I didn't finish the quest because at another point, I have to run past where I finished the quest and I can just do it later. Only problem is, I ran past to finish the quest and it didn't finish. What the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. This is not good. No. What? There's no way. No, there's actually no way. I definitely did all 4 sheep. And I wasn't wrong. I did do all 4 sheep. But have a look at this misclick. I missed the bone by about 1 pixel and then just don't notice. And now I have to go run it back. Oh my God, it's the worst possible scenario. It was my fault, not the game's. Oh, this is so bad. This is like 5 minutes. 5 minutes at least time loss. Oh man, that is so tough. Well, at least I know where I can save 2 minutes next time. Throughout the run, when I'm not multi-questing, there are some quests that I can use the quest helper for. This helps with blasting through dialogue because it tells me when I don't have to continue anymore and I can just run away straight away, move on to the next step. However, sometimes it's not so useful. What the fuck have I done wrong, bro? Oh my God, I'm talking to the wrong guy. That being said, there are times where it's helpful beyond measure. I have 100% skipped an entire step here. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Shout out to the quest helper. Towards the later stage of this run, I started making a few too many mistakes. Even though I was taking long breaks in between my sessions, it still somehow managed to catch up with me. No! Oh, that's minus 3 minutes, bro. Oh, there's just no way, dude. That's just the most unlucky thing ever. It's actually so unlucky. Oh my days. You know how fucking unlikely it is to splash on that cunt? What? Bro, I swear to God, if this thing's still alive. How is this thing still alive? Jesus Christ. This game is so broken. Oh my fucking God, bro. Oh. I swear if I make one more mistake, I'm actually a bot. I'm a genuine fucking bot. Now in the world record run, they used 3-tick woodcutting for their woodcutting training. However, since that time, people have discovered 2-tick oaks, and that's what we're going to be doing to speed up our woodcutting training by 50%. Holy shit. Is it literally a 1 in 2? Going 3? Unlucky. 4 is insane. This is crazy. This is probably the most unlucky I've ever been on this quest. Like, had to happen during a fucking speed run. Like, man, finally. Holy shit. That's so good that he's outside. Holy fuck. All right. Time to get lucky. Secateurs, red spider's egg, slimy eel, bunch of grapes. Fuck yeah, that's so good. I realized during the world record run that I can speed up my fishing training by a lot just by using Admiral pies. This doesn't interrupt your 3-ticking. In fact, you can use the pie to continue your 3-ticking, and it boosts your fishing level by 5. At the early levels, this is a huge boost to your catch rate and is going to increase your XP per hour by a lot. I swear to God, if I don't get the world record in this one, I am probably never doing this again. If I have to 1-tick another 4,000 Karambawans, my fucking arm's gonna fall off. You remember before when I got really excited that Caleb was outside his house because it made the quest faster? That's so good that he's outside. Holy fuck. Yeah, I got a little too excited and didn't finish the dialogue. What? Oh my God. Okay, this is probably one of the dumbest decisions I've ever made considering how much time goes into these speed runs, but I'm feeling really, really confident about this one. And to do the easy combat diary, it takes like 5 hours of real time, where it's like 1 minute in game time. I'm confident enough that I think I'm going to do this agility training instead of wasting 5 hours of my life and only waste half an hour of it in this run. If I don't get the world record now, I'm just a fucking idiot. I finished off Desert Treasure. I put the family crest back together, found some vanilla pods. I freed Ceramic Vase. I freed King Awawogi. And then I took on the Cullen Romancer and managed to defeat him. And the question is, did I beat 22 hours and 27 minutes? Fine, Hans. Oh my God. 19 hours and 32 minutes? I didn't just fucking beat the time. I crushed it. I beat it by almost 3 hours. I'm literally him. So I just spent the last 2 months of my life attempting to get the world record for the fastest Barrows gloves in old school RuneScape history. And I did it. But I promise you guys, that wasn't the reason I wasted 2 months of my life. It's an even worse reason than that. I am now the proud owner of 10 RuneScape accounts that have Barrows gloves completed that I have trained up myself. We have EVscape, Bake Upton, Jake Upton, Make Upton, Wake Upton, Take Upton, Snake Upton, Shake Upton, Drake Upton, and Break Upton. And very soon, all 10 of these accounts are going to be down at the Rune Dragons because I'm going to kill a lot of them. Stay tuned for my next video. Peace.
We pop out at your